Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. 2018 Fireballs here, back with another MLB 9 innings 25 video. We're finally back to my free-to-play teams. I've been making a couple of spin-off videos on other people's teams, but we're finally back on our Pirates team today. And looking at this team, guys, I am surprised to say this team is like, I'd say about halfway done as far as team SIGs go. And you guys will not believe what I pulled out of a SIG player pack last month. This is about 2 weeks ago. Roll the clip. I can't believe I got this. So a long story short, last month I wasn't able to make a video on this team before the month ended, and I still had my 3,000 star SIG player pack, opened it up, and got Jason Kendall. Now, you guys know that I have Manny Sanguillen, and he is a 69 base. I don't think he's as good as Kendall. I actually haven't compared him. I think they're only one overall different from each other, and Sanguillen is one overall lower than Kendall. Let me just double check here to make sure. I got Kendall, as you can see right here, and Sanguillen, he is one overall better, does have better fielding. So let me know what you guys think off the bat here. We're getting started pretty hot in this video. We already have a team SIG from a regular SIG player pack that we recorded a little while ago, but should I replace Sanguillen with Kendall? Sanguillen does have a skill set already. It is not endgame, granted. The levels aren't endgame, but the skills are pretty much endgame. Born to be a Star is a good legend skill, but let me know what you guys think. We also have Kevin Newman, who's going to be my future shortstop, unless I pull Jay Bell right here, who's in the lineup. I've started special training Chipper Jones here, only to level 4, but he's on his way. Finished special training Andrew McCutcheon all the way up. I still have my Josh Bell SIG, but honestly, I really have nowhere to play him because John Vanderwall's in, and he's a better overall, and Mike Easler is a DH, so I may end up crafting Josh Bell, Brian Hayes as well. I don't know what to do with him. On the pitching side, I still haven't grade increased Don Robinson. I still have Joe Musgrove to go in for my regular Joe Musgrove. There are a lot of upgrades to still be made on this team, but looking at the overall picture, my batting order is almost full out and filled out with special cards, except Adam Frazier. Really the only card I need is a second baseman, and then I'd eventually like to replace my outfield primes with signatures. And yeah, that's pretty much all she wrote for this team. It's probably going to take a while till we get there, but we might get that much closer with the inventory that we have. I've been stocking up, guys. It's been crazy in the past month. We have so many events going on. All of that is going to be opened up today. And before we get into it, I'm just going to go over all the events that are happening right now. And the amount of events we have is crazy. We have the postseason shop event right now. If you play league games, you get league balls, and you get the 300 per day if you play 30 games in league. You also have this special bingo ball event that's almost finished. We have 5 days left. The dice event going on. I love the dice event. And then we have the new historic player event as well. And I have discussed this in my members only video, but for you guys that haven't seen that, the event is basically a grab me. It's almost like the past historic player events where you can grab a historic player, but this time they added tons of new historic players, and I don't even know how much they added in total. You guys can check out the news in the home screen for that, but there's apparently a draw entry where you can possibly win an All Supreme player pack. I don't know exactly how this is supposed to work. You only get one entry though, so the minimum reward is a SIG player pack if I'm not mistaken, but I highly doubt I'm going to win an All Supreme player pack on any of my teams, but the amount of Supreme players there are now is insane. Just looking at the historic player package, so you can view all these guys. There's Campanella, Guerrero, Gehrig, you got Tom Glavine, Nolan Ryan, and then all of these guys here. I just baffling, mind-boggling. I did not expect Comtos to drop historic players that were currently in the game. It's kind of boring because they were already in the game anyway, but it's nice to see. I actually don't know how much these cost. I can't see the price here because I'm running this on my PC. On phone it shows the prices, but not on PC for some reason. But let me know what you guys think about that new event. And then of course we also still have the skill event where you can roll for triple three skill set. That's almost finished. And then a postseason hit event. This is like 7 or 6 events going on at the same time, and it's just been really busy. I literally have not had time to record because I'm grinding on all my teams, and it's been so jam-packed full of content in the past like 3 weeks. So forgive me for not making any videos as frequently, but we are back here today and we should have some really good stuff to go through. We get a Garrett Cole to start off right there. That's nice to see. Let's talk about the real MLB postseason going on right now. Tonight, guys, before I started recording this video, the Mariners and Tigers played Game 5 of the American League Division Series, and it was an amazing duel to the death, and the Tigers were the ones that unfortunately came out as the losers. The Seattle Mariners are advancing on to the ALCS for the first time since 2001. Mariners fans must be ecstatic. Jorge Polanco walked it off in the bottom of the 15th inning, which is one of the longer games in the modern era of baseball because of the ghost runner rule in extra innings during the postseason. We get our first diamond here. It's a Danny Cullum from the Baltimore Orioles in 2024, but we have a game tomorrow against the Brewers and the Cubs, Game 5 of their division series, the last division series game. The Blue Jays and Mariners will face off in the championship series in the American League side, and then will the Brewers beat the Cubs, or will the Cubs overcome the Brewers at their home ballpark, the Brewers' home ballpark that is, and make it to the championship series for the first time since I believe 2016? I think is the last time the Cubs went, but let me know what you guys think about those postseason matchups. Let's do special training and we'll be right back. Okay, we have 20 premium vintage player packs here. Can we see any orange glow? I don't remember getting 20 premiums in the last month, but apparently we have somehow. Let's see a Roberto Clemente maybe. Okay, no orange glow in the first set of 10. I have gotten 2 legends this year on this one team already alone, that being 2 Chipper Jones cards. So if I get another one, I don't think I've ever pulled 3 in 1 year. I may have gotten 2 on my Red Sox team in 1 year, but 3 is just unheard of. What do we have in these last set of 10? No orange glow. Well, that just goes to show how rare it is to get them. And do we get any Pirates here? No Pirates. A couple of newer vintages though. George Brett, Ozzie Smith, a couple of Rusty Greers too. Pretty interesting. Ty Cobb from 1927. 85 base contact. Great card for Contact Master there. For the real life World Series though, guys, I am really hoping for a Brewers and a Mariners matchup in the World Series because they have not won a championship. Neither of those teams have ever won a championship in the history of baseball or their franchise. So I am really hoping for a Brewers Mariners World Series matchup. If not, I would be pleased with a Blue Jays Cubs or Brewers matchup, either one. I'm sorry, I just don't like seeing the Dodgers win because it's the most boring thing in the world to have the best team in the league in the Fall Classic again. Of course, if the Dodgers make it there, they totally deserve it because they are the best team on paper, but if they win another World Series, it would just be boring in my opinion. For Dodgers fans, they would go ecstatic and hysterical because it is the Dodgers, and the Dodgers are the most popular team on the planet at this point, but I personally preferably want to see either the Blue Jays, Mariners, Brewers, and Cubs face off in the World Series and leave the Dodgers out. But if it doesn't happen, well, oh well for me, I guess. But what is the matchup you guys want to see in the World Series? Have your guys' predictions gone right? Let me know. How's your guys' pick'em streaks going as well? Since I haven't been consistent in the past several days, I'm only at max a 6 streak on one of my teams, so not going exactly how I want it to. I think you need 10 in a row or 10 picks correct in order to get a SIG player pack, but it doesn't look like that's likely to happen. Some really nice cards in this bunch here. I'll take this Jack Flaherty 2019. Believe that's best year Jack Flaherty for the Cardinals. And my goodness, I'm just going to talk about that ALDS game, Tigers Mariners. What a battle that was, going extra innings. Every extra inning was tense. There were no like, oh, that inning happened and oh well, I guess nobody really did anything that inning. Every half inning almost, except maybe for like 1 or 2 in extra innings, every half inning had action. There were players getting on base. They were threatening to score, but the Mariners finally broke through in the last half of the 15th with the bases loaded and 1 out, and they ended up taking the victory. And I haven't been a Mariners fan, I don't think I ever will be, but it's nice to see an underdog team win. They have known to choke. The last time they were in the playoffs in 2022, they fell to the Astros, but they have a chance to make it to the Fall Classic, I think for the first time ever as well. I don't think they've ever made a World Series, and they're the only team that hasn't made a World Series, so if they were to make it, that would be historic. All right, we did team selected diamond player packs here. We have a little bit of space left, but we're going to do one more round of special training and then finish off these packs. Alright, I've decided we're going to go on to SIG player packs. I'll be saving all those prime player packs for a live stream in the future, just because primes aren't as needed right now. I pretty much have almost every team prime except for probably AJ Burnett. But anyways, let's get into it. The 3,000 star SIG player pack gave us absolute heat in the clip that I showed you earlier. Can we do it again? Who's the first SIG of the day? We get a Brewer Greg Vaughn. I feel like I've pulled Greg Vaughn so many times on across all my teams. Brewer vintage card, same division, wrong team unfortunately, but we'll take that. And I heard the donation event is supposedly coming out in the next 2 weeks or so. I heard that from a commenter on one of my videos. I don't know if that's accurate for sure, but I'm looking forward to seeing that. Let's do these special SIG player packs first here, then we'll do the regulars, and I think then we'll do the team selective and then the position selective based on who we get from the team selective. So let's do these. If we don't get a pirate here, I'd be very, very shocked. This is an equivalent to about 20 to 30 SIG player packs here because of the multiples we get from the specials, so I'd be disappointed if we didn't get at least one team SIG or a dupe. So let's go. First card on the far right, we get a Wang, Chae-Ming Wang. I don't know if it's Wang or Wang. I'm pretty sure it's Wang. This is absolutely putrid. An absolutely terrible card here. 68 base, 64 velocity. You do not want this on your Yankees team. Let's do the far left gold next. It is a Craig Kimbrell. So we get a Yankee and a Red Sox. This is not best year Craig Kimbrell. Still a pretty good relief pitcher card and closing pitcher. He was just added back into the game, by the way. So pretty nice to see him. But let's do the middle card. And it is a Washington National. Like to have that on my Nationals team. It isn't a great starting pitcher, but a pretty solid one overall. But we'll take the Craig Kimbrell here, just because he is Craig Kimbrell, I guess. I could take the 69 base, but it doesn't make much of a difference. Okay, let's do the next special signature player pack. All silvers this time around. Let's fly through this. Let's go far left first. We get another National. All right, that's the third troll. CJ Abrams 23, not as good as his 2024 card, so I'd like to have that on my Nationals team as well. We get a Tampa Bay Ray. Ray's cards are pretty hard to come by, but this is a really good one. Tommy Pham from 2019, 71 base, one of the best outfield cards for the Rays. And then the center card is a Diamondbacks Robbie Ray 17. That is the best Robbie Ray for the Diamondbacks, so that is the fourth troll of the video for me so far. We're going to select him because he's the best overall. Really kind of stings on that one, but let's do the 10 regular SIG player packs now. Any diamonds? Okay, wow, no diamonds. That is shocking, but we do get 2 golds. Not as much as I would have liked, but let's do the bottom right card first. Let's see how many pirates we can get. Shane Bieber 2020. I kid you not, this is probably the 6th time in the history of this game that I've pulled this card. 77 base Cleveland starting pitcher, the best overall starter for the Cleveland Guardians. Ever since this card came out in 2020, it never ceases to make you start salivating because this is a absolute beast of a card. I can never stop talking about that. So Shane Bieber is our first card. Sorry, Cleveland teams. Next silver, third Washington National. If this were my Nationals team, I'd be super happy. Kyle Finnegan from 2022. I think this might be his only SIG year. I like that alternate uniform, by the way. The has a charm to it. At first I thought it was ugly, but the gray and the light pink and the white have a nice charm to it. 64 base overall relief pitcher though, not the greatest. Let's do the next silver. Let's go bottom middle this time. Can we get a Pirates? No, we get another Tampa Bay Ray. We get a Yandy Diaz. So we've gotten more Rays in this in this video, and I think than we've had in the past, like several videos. I don't pull a lot of rays, but 2 of them in the Sig player pack so far, which is pretty nuts. Let's do the top left silver now. We get a Jim Wynn 1974. I think I have this card on my Dodgers team, so that is yet another troll. I believe that is the 6th troll of the video, so the counter's at 6 right now. Let's do the top middle silver next. It is a Minnesota Twin, Max Kepler. Sorry to you out there who have Twins teams, Aces, Shadow in particular. Yeah, that is a nice, that is best year Max Kepler for the Minnesota Twins, their Bomba Squad year. Let's do the bottom left silver next. We get another Yankee, so 2nd Yankee, 70 base overall, Gleyber Torres. I think that's Torres' best overall season as a card in this game. His 2019 has good hitting stats. I think 2021 has a Sig as well, but it's not as good, and 2023. But let's do the silver right to Torres. It is a Phillies Carlos Santana, one of the better first base options for the Phillies teams. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is not a bad card, but it could be better in the fielding department. Good hitting stats though. All right, let's do the silver in between Diaz and Bieber. Or sorry, it's a gold. Totally mistook that. I forgot it was a gold. It's a Luke Jackson. It's not a pirate. Okay. 65 base Luke Jackson. I think Jackson was out of the game for a little bit as well, so nice to see him again. Should have had a better overall for this card. 1.98 ERA and a 65 base is just a robbery. Let's do the top left silver. It is a, I thought that was a pirate. It is the same colors, but it is a Padre instead. Best year Jake Cronenworth, if I'm not mistaken, so really nice right there. Second base shortstop option is good too. 77 fielding will go nicely with a shortstop. Okay, and then the final Sig on the top right. What do we have here? It is a Detroit Tiger. They just got eliminated. It is a Matthew Boyd. He's pitching for the Cubs though, so the Cubs could still advance and Matthew Boyd could still advance. So no Pirates out of the 10 Sig player packs, which is kind of depressing, but we do have our team selective signature player pack here, which is a guaranteed pirate. So let's make sure we choose the right team. Let's open it up. Can we get a diamond? It's been such a long time since I gotten one out of a team select sig, and we don't get one there. All right, so this is a gold. I'm looking for a second baseman, starting pitcher, an outfield card would be nice, and even a bullpen card. So second base, outfield, and starting pitcher is the most ideal. Outfield is the least ideal out of the most ideal, by the way. So let's open it up here. Do the no look strat. 3, 2, 1. It is. I was gonna glorify it, but it is that is actually pretty trash. JT Brubacher. I don't even think that's his best year. Let's check the collection on that. It is a starting pitcher, but it is a lower end Pittsburgh pitcher. I know there are better pitchers than that for the Pirates. Let's go to the collection and see what he is compared to his other cards. Let's go by signature, name, and let's go starting pitchers because he only has starting pitcher cards. Okay, so he has 2 years, and they're both the same overall. That is absolutely terrible. The 21 has break and fastball swap, basically. I think that's really the only difference, and maybe a little bit location, and yeah, that's really it. He got a carbon copy card the next year with a sig. Let's look at this by ability just to make sure, and let's go and see what they. Yeah, where is he? He's at the absolute bottom, next to Trevor Williams. I mean, it could have been a little worse, but that's pretty much the worst of the worst. I mean, I would have taken even Steven Brault right here because he has low base stamina. I don't know, man. That's I don't know if that's a keeper. Because I have Jameson Taillon 2016 already, 70 base. There are several better cards, as in Paul Skeens, Garrett Cole, Bob Veal right here, Bert Blyleven, Doug Drabeck, Smiley. So there are a lot of better starting pitchers to go around. Can I craft anybody? Let's do this by type. I could craft the Kendall because I have a catcher sig already, or I could take Brian Hayes since I don't plan on using this one. I may end up holding off on a craft till the next video just because I want to hear what you guys think about this. I'll hold on to him. We still have one SIG player pack to go. Because it's a starting pitcher that we got, we will go second base for the SIG player pack, the final SIG player pack, before we end off today's video. Position selective. Let's go second base, hoping to get Adam Frazier. Actually, let me see how many second basemen the Pirates have. I didn't check this beforehand. Sorry for backtracking so much, but I need to make sure that this is correct. Let's go second baseman. Oh, okay. Adam Frazier only has 1 year. I thought he had multiple SIG years for some reason. And then we have Stennett right here, Rennie Stennett. Haven't heard of the guy before. It's not a terrible card. It's actually better overall than Frazier is. So not the highest chance to get a second base SIG, but it is the most needed position on the team right now other than shortstop, but I already have Kevin Newman. If we can get lucky and pull either one of those cards, that would be miraculous. So let's just try it. Never hurts to try. Go second base. I could have gone starting pitcher, but I think it's just as hard to pull a starting pitcher because there's not a lot of them. But first card on the far right, we get a Eric Young from 1996, middle silver. We get a John Birdie, 69 base. That's actually a terrible hitting card, but a okay fielder, second base, third base option. And then the final gold on the far left side is our third Ray of the video. Wow, so we got 3 Tampa Bay Rays and only so we got 0 Pirates out of this. That's pretty crazy. We'll take the Brandon Lau. That is his best year overall. Sorry to you Rays teams. But we have a debacle on our hands. We got a new team SIG, which is always nice. Team Select Signature Player Pack. I believe that was from the Club World Challenge that ended about over a month ago. JT Brubacher, guys, what are we thinking? I'm personally thinking Kraft, Brubacher, and Ke'Bryan Hayes. Since I most likely will never replace him with Chipper. He does have better fielding. There is a better Ke'Bryan Hayes out there as well. Or I could craft him with Josh Bell because Josh Bell, this is not his best year at the same token as Ke'Bryan Hayes, and he's not better than John Vanderwall. Better fielder, but everything else isn't great, and I have 5-tool player on John Vanderwall. Interesting pack opening today, guys. We got a ton of signature player packs. Got a new team SIG, but is it worth the upgrade? I don't think so. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Let me know your thoughts about the postseason right now in real life. Who do you guys want to win the World Series? But with that said and done, I think I'm going to call it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Please don't forget to check out the description box for extra MLB 9 Innings content from other MLB 9 Innings creators. They make great videos, and I know you guys would enjoy them. Please feel free to go and check them out and subscribe to their channels as well. I also have Instagram, Reddit, and Discord links in my description box. Those will be for extra MLB 9 Innings content if you guys want to check that out as well. So feel free to do so. But like I said, I'm going to call it for a day. Thank you guys again for watching. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. God bless you all. Jesus loves you guys. If you repent of your sins and believe in Jesus, guys, he'll save you and you'll have a hope for heaven in eternity one day. So I hope you decide to follow Jesus. But if you haven't, think about it and draw closer to him and he'll draw close to you. But thank you guys again for watching. I hope you guys have a good night, good day, wherever you are, and I'll see you all in the next video. Hey guys, before we end off today's video, just very quickly, I wanted to give a special thanks and shout out to the members of our channel. You'll see their names here on the screen. And again, thank you members for supporting the channel. Appreciate all you guys that are on the list for joining the memberships. And if you do join memberships, guys, you do get exclusive content, polls, and posts that I will not show to anyone else that watches my channel. So feel free, if you want to join the memberships, you can click the join button down below. But members, I did want to address the showcasing. I will be getting to showcasing teams very shortly here. It's been crunch time, like I said, with all the events going on, so it's been a lot harder for me to do a showcase in amongst recording a video. So please bear with me with that. I will get to showcasing your guys' teams soon enough. On the list, I right now have Golden Boy up next with Frankie Super Dude's alt team, Joffrey Iverson as well, and Steve Drabeck. But thank you guys for your patience. Thank you guys again for watching. Again, have a great rest of your guys' day wherever you are, and God bless you all. Jesus loves you guys, and Jesus saves. I'll see you all in the next video.